Thursday, a federal judge just played 18 minutes of audio from Mar-a-Lago's Room 47. Trump's voice, Pam Bondi presenting it, courtroom silent. According to the court transcript filed at 11:34 a.m., defendants' own words establish knowing violation. I've got the 67 pages. Page 41 shows Trump saying, "I know I'm not supposed to have these." Here's what they're not covering. Page 44. Trump discusses moving boxes specifically to avoid federal investigators. That's the court transcript, not speculation. But that's not the worst part. Bondi, Trump's current attorney general, who served him for 18 months, is the one who authenticated the recording and explained the room's purpose to the judge, his own AG, testifying against the sitting president. Sentencing hearing in 11 days. Clock's running. Let me show you. Quick context. Donald Trump, current president of the United States, facing federal trial while in office for classified documents retention at Mar-a-Lago. The issue, whether he knowingly retained national defense documents after his first term ended in 2021. This is unprecedented, a sitting president standing a criminal trial. Timeline, fast. 8 months ago, grand jury indicts sitting President Trump on 37 counts. Constitutional crisis begins. 3 months ago, Supreme Court rules 6-3 that sitting president enjoys no immunity for actions before taking current office. Trial proceeds. Yesterday, jury returns guilty verdict on 34 counts. Trump remains president throughout. Today, Judge Cannon holds evidentiary hearing on sentencing factors. Attorney General Pam Bondi testifies against her own boss. That's the setup. Now, what's in Judge Cannon's transcript that networks missed? Room 47 is a secure storage area Trump had constructed in 2022 after the National Archives requested documents back from his first term. Bondi authorized the construction while serving as his attorney general. And today, she played tape of Trump recorded in that room discussing the documents, the same room she approved. That's in the transcript. The constitutional crisis. Trump continues serving as president while convicted felon awaiting sentencing. Cabinet members are reportedly discussing 25th Amendment options. Vice President hasn't commented publicly. That's the political firestorm behind today's hearing. The court transcript, page 41, audio timestamp 347. Trump's voice. "I know I'm not supposed to have these, but they're mine." Direct quote, "These are my documents from my presidency." That's consciousness of guilt. Page 42, Trump continues. "If anyone asks, these boxes went to storage in Virginia. Tell them the documents they want are in the regular archive." Connects to the obstruction count. He's instructing someone to lie about location. That's the 18 U.S.C. 1519 violation the jury convicted on. Gets worse. Page 44, timestamp 822. Trump asks, "Can the FBI get in here without us knowing?" Response from unidentified male, "Not without warrant, and we'd have advance notice." Trump, "Good. Keep it that way." 3 findings. Same pattern. Acknowledges he shouldn't have documents, instructs false statements about location, discusses evading federal investigation. All documented, pages 41 to 44. But wait, page 46 shows Bondi's testimony. She personally briefed Trump that Room 47's construction would appear consciousness of guilt if ever discovered. That's not speculation. That's his own AG warning him. Timeline proves intent. May 11th, 2022. National Archives demands documents from first term. June 3rd, 2022. FBI visits Mar-a-Lago, serves subpoena. June 8th, 2022. Room 47 construction begins. June 24th, 2022. This recording made. 13 days between subpoena and this tape. Planned. Page 48. Bondi asked, "Why are you testifying now?" Her answer, "I was subpoenaed. I took an oath to the Constitution, not to any person." Not voluntary cooperation. Subpoenaed. but she didn't fight it. Page 49, prosecutor asks, "Are you still serving as Attorney General?" Bondi, "As of this testimony, yes. I don't know if I'll have a job tomorrow." Courtroom gasps audible in transcript. Page 52, the recording device? Security system Bondi's office recommended Trump install for protective purposes. He recorded himself with the system she suggested. Judge Cannon's note on page 53, defendant's knowledge of illegality demonstrated by own contemporaneous statements substantially aggravates sentencing exposure. Not alleged knowledge, demonstrated knowledge. That's sentencing enhancement territory. Page 54, detail nobody caught. The recording also captures Trump on phone with foreign leader discussing some of the classified content. Bondi confirmed the voice as consistent with known foreign official recordings. That's not just retention. That's potential disclosure to foreign government. Subscribe. More documents dropping on this. Thursday, 10:47 a.m. Here's what happened. Judge Cannon's courtroom. Sentencing evidentiary hearing. Attorney General Pam Bondi takes the stand. Prosecutor plays the audio. Everyone hears Trump's voice for the first time. I know I'm not supposed to have these. Courtroom silent for 18 minutes. Secret Service agents positioned near Trump sit motionless. He's still president, still protected, still on trial. Immediate consequences? Trump's attorneys requested immediate recess, denied within 90 seconds. Trump left courtroom at timestamp 11:04 a.m. Transcript notes, defendant departed. 3 networks cut to live coverage by 11:09 a.m. White House press secretary canceled daily briefing within 14 minutes. 22 minutes, that's how fast this moved. While everyone focused on Trump leaving the courtroom, Bondi provided 47 pages of contemporaneous notes documenting her warnings to Trump about document retention. Federal prosecutors now have insider testimony from sitting Attorney General DOJ response. Filed supplemental sentencing memo at 2:34 p.m. requesting upward departure from guidelines. That's documented in docket entry 847. This isn't just about the documents anymore. It's about proving the sitting president knew exactly what he was doing. Bondi's testimony, page 59. I told him on June 6, 2022, that continuing to retain classified documents after a subpoena constituted obstruction. He said he understood. 2 days before Room 47 construction began, he understood, did it anyway. Defense attorney Todd Blanche cross-examination. You're betraying the President of the United States. Bondi's response, I'm honoring an oath I took before I ever met him. Not defensive, direct. Page 61, Blanche asks, will you resign? Bondi, that's between me and my conscience. By 3 p.m., legal analysts across networks agreed. This testimony moves Trump from 3 to 5 year guideline range to 8 to 12 year range. Former Southern District prosecutor on MSNBC, when the sitting attorney general says, I warned him and he did it anyway, that's the sentencing hearing prosecutors dream about. Constitutional scholars debating, can a sitting president serve from prison? No precedent, no law, uncharted territory. Trump's Truth Social response at 3:47 p.m. Pam Bondi is a traitor and a liar. I never said those things. Witch hunt. Not the tape is out of context. Denial. This changed everything. Like if you're seeing what I'm seeing here, here's what nobody caught. Exhibit 23J shows Room 47 wasn't just storage. It had a pneumatic document destruction system installed. This wasn't in news coverage. This is destruction capability. The connection? Trump builds secure room to hide documents, installs destruction system in case of discovery, records himself discussing evasion. That's premeditation for obstruction. Numbers tell the story. $340,000 spent on Room 47 construction. $127,000 specifically for document destruction system. capacity to destroy 3,000 pages in 47 seconds. Not storage, destruction-ready storage. Why this matters. Obstruction is one thing. Building infrastructure to destroy evidence is sophisticated criminal planning. Former FBI counterintelligence chief Peter Strzok confirmed destruction systems are spy-level operational security. Quote, "This isn't typical executive behavior, this is tradecraft." That's independent verification from counterintelligence. This changes the narrative from Trump hoarded documents to Trump built destruction capability. Page 67 of transcript. Judge Cannon asked Bondi, "Did you authorize the destruction system?" Bondi, "I authorized secure storage. I was not informed about destruction capability until grand jury testimony preparation." She didn't know about that part. Contractor records show Trump personally requested the destruction feature in call to construction company June 9th, day after subpoena. Prosecutor's conclusion, page 71, defendant constructed fortress to hide evidence with capability to destroy it if discovered, then recorded himself discussing the scheme. Not poor judgment, deliberate criminal infrastructure. Page 73 adds another detail. The destruction system was built to DoD specifications for classified material destruction. Trump specifically requested military-grade system. That shows he knew these were classified documents requiring special destruction protocols. Can't claim he thought they were declassified while ordering classified-level destruction equipment. How we got here. January 2021, Trump leaves White House after first term with documents. January 2025, Trump inaugurated for second term. May 2022, National Archives discovers classified materials missing from first term. Requests return. June 2022, FBI serves subpoena. Trump certifies all documents returned. False. August 2022, FBI executes search warrant at Mar-a-Lago, finds 300 plus classified documents, including in room 47. Quote from FBI agent's affidavit then, "Boxes in locked room contained signals intelligence above top secret." September 2024, grand jury indicts Trump during his re-election campaign. November 2024, Trump wins election while under indictment. January 2025, Trump inaugurated as sitting defendant. What happened? Trump claimed standing order declassified everything, no evidence found. Trump claimed Presidential Records Act let him keep them, court rejected. Trump claimed documents were planted, surveillance footage contradicted. Trump claimed presidential immunity, Supreme Court rejected for pre-office conduct. Each time, court rejected defenses. Until yesterday, jury convicted on 34 of 37 counts after deliberating 11 hours. What broke the pattern? Bondi's subpoena. Sitting Attorney General testifying against sitting president with contemporaneous notes, recordings from security systems she recommended, and documentation she warned him explicitly. The ultimate insider became the witness. Stay with me. What experts are saying changes this. What experts are saying, former federal judge Michael Ludig argued 40-plus cases before Supreme Court. Defendants' own words establish knowing criminal conduct. Translation, when you record yourself saying, "I know I'm not supposed to," the jury's job is easy. National Security Attorney Bradley Moss, document destruction system shows sophisticated criminal intent. Keyword, sophisticated, means sentencing enhancements apply under federal guidelines. Even former Trump Attorney General Bill Barr, if that recording is authentic, there's no defense. When Trump's former AG concedes the case, evidence is overwhelming. Constitutional law professor Lawrence Tribe. We're in unprecedented territory. Sitting president, convicted felon, awaiting sentencing while holding nuclear codes. That's the constitutional crisis. Former White House counsel John Dean, Watergate. Nixon resigned before this point. Trump is staying. We have no roadmap. Consensus among legal experts. Recording eliminates any "I didn't know" defense. Destruction capability proves premeditated obstruction. This exceeds document retention. It's espionage-level security consciousness. Consensus among constitutional scholars. No mechanism exists to remove sitting president except impeachment or 25th Amendment. Senate already acquitted Trump in prior impeachment, unlikely to convict now. Cabinet can invoke 25th Amendment, but Trump can challenge. President can theoretically serve from prison. Constitution doesn't forbid it. That's professional analysis, not spin. Former Watergate prosecutor Jill Wine-Banks. Nixon had tapes that destroyed him. Trump installed the system that recorded his own crime. Then his AG played it in court. Former CIA Director John Brennan. Pneumatic destruction system for presidential records? That's intelligence operative behavior, not presidential behavior. Former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. Bondi's testimony is devastating because she has receipts, contemporaneous warnings, construction approvals, security recommendations. She was there. National security reporter for NYT. Sources say IC damage assessment identified Room 47 documents as sources and methods, the most sensitive classification. Former federal public defender. I've defended hundreds of federal cases. Sitting AG testifying with recorded confession? I'd be negotiating resignation deal, not Truth Social posting. Former House Speaker Paul Ryan. The 25th Amendment exists for this situation. Cabinet needs to act. Senator Mitt Romney. I've defended rule of law my entire career. This is when it matters most. Range of expertise. Same conclusion. Trump recorded himself committing the crime. Built infrastructure to hide and potentially destroy evidence. His own attorney general documented warning him it was illegal, and he's still president. That's not partisan spin. That's what the transcript shows. Fair counterpoint. Trump's legal team says the recording is selectively edited and taken out of context. Their case, full conversation would show Trump discussing hypothetical scenarios, not actual documents. I know I'm not supposed to, could refer to talking about classification, not possessing materials. Attorney Alina Habba, 18 minutes from hours of recordings shows prosecutorial cherry picking. That's legitimate. What they have, no full unedited recording released publicly. Bondi had immunity deal, motivation to cooperate with prosecution. Even former defense attorney Alan Dershowitz. Context matters. Isolated statements can mislead. But Judge Cannon reviewed full unedited recording in camera and ruled it admissible and contextually accurate. That's not prosecution claims. That's judicial finding after independent review. Both sides have arguments. Documents say judge heard full context, found no misleading edits, and admitted recording as authentic evidence of knowing retention. Defense also argues Bondi's testimony is revenge for being subpoenaed. But her contemporaneous notes from 2022, before any investigation, match her testimony exactly. Those weren't created for prosecution. Those were created while she worked for Trump. Like, if this breakdown is useful, why this matters to you. If you have security clearance for work, new enforcement standards coming based on this case. Numbers. 4.3 million Americans hold security clearances, all watching this prosecution. Your job? Mishandling even one classified document now has precedent for serious prison time. The precedent? Next time anyone argues, I didn't know it was still classified, this case killed that defense. Example. You're a military intelligence analyst. You take home one classified document, thinking your home office is secure enough. You get caught. Before Trump case, likely administrative punishment, clearance revocation. After Trump case, Prosecutors point to room 47. If the sitting president goes to prison for this, what makes you special? Enforcement just got harsher for everyone. If you work in government, the Attorney General testified against the president. That's never happened. What happens to DOJ independence now? What happens to cabinet loyalty? Every government lawyer is watching. Every cabinet member is calculating. Do you follow the president or follow the law when they conflict? Bondi chose law. She might be fired tomorrow. She testified anyway. That's the standard now. Who gets hit? Every government employee, contractor, or military member with clearance. Every cabinet official wondering if they'll face similar choice. DOD already issuing new training citing recent high-profile cases. Bottom line, if you've ever been casual about classified material handling because nobody really enforces this strictly, that era ended yesterday. If you're in government and thought personal loyalty trumps constitutional oath, Bondi just reset that assumption. What people are doing? Reviewing classification training protocols, implementing personal document audits to ensure no stray classified materials, cabinet members consulting personal attorneys about testimony obligations, White House staff updating resumes. Knowledge helps. Security clearance attorney interviewed on CNN. I've had 40 clients call today asking, do I need to self-report anything? The Trump conviction scared people straight. Constitutional attorney on Fox. 3 cabinet members have quietly reached out asking about testimony immunity. They're preparing for subpoenas. That's the practical impact, not political. Professional survival. How Trump responded? Made it worse. Truth Social post at 3:47 p.m. called Bondi traitor, demanded she be investigated, claimed recording is AI fake. Quote, she's a liar and everyone knows it. Witch hunt continues. Posted from official presidential account. Reaction? Judge Cannon issued gag order warning at 4:23 p.m. about witness intimidation. Legal experts noted calling evidence AI fake contradicts defense argument it's out of context. If it's fake, it can't be out of context. Pick one. Prosecutors responded, filed motion at 5:34 p.m. requesting witness protection order for Bondi, cited Truth Social post as evidence of intimidation attempt. Then Friday morning, Trump posted Bondi's personal cell phone number from presidential account, deleted after 47 minutes, screenshots preserved. Not de-escalating. Each attack on Bondi strengthens prosecution's argument about consciousness of guilt and obstruction of justice pattern. Defense attorney Todd Blanche distanced himself from the posts. Statement to press, those are my client's personal views. They don't represent legal strategy. Translation, even his lawyer knows it's damaging. By Friday afternoon, 3 Republican senators issued statements. Rule of law applies to everyone. Let the judicial process proceed. Carefully worded. Not defending Trump, not attacking him. Distance. Trump's response to that? Rhinos showing their true colors. I will remember. Threatening senators while serving as president during criminal sentencing hearing. Judge Cannon's response? Scheduled emergency hearing Monday on potential gag order expansion. The attacks aren't helping. They're giving prosecutors more evidence of obstruction mindset. What's coming? Monday, June 23rd, 9 a.m., emergency hearing on gag order expansion. 3 possible outcomes. Judge Cannon issues full gag order. Sitting president barred from discussing case publicly until sentencing. Limited expansion. Can't discuss witnesses specifically. Warning only. Cannon gives Trump one more chance. Former federal judge Shira Shindlin says outcome 1 most likely because Trump posted witnesses' phone number. That crosses judicial tolerance line. Also scheduled, Wednesday, June 25th, prosecution files final sentencing memorandum with guideline calculations. Friday, June 27th, defense files response and downward departure motion. July 1st, sentencing hearing. Judge Cannon announces prison term for sitting president. Unprecedented in American history. Still unknown whether Trump will be remanded immediately or allowed to remain free pending appeal, whether Secret Service can protect a president in federal prison, whether cabinet will invoke 25th Amendment before or after sentencing. What other recordings from Room 47 security system exist beyond the 18 minutes played in court? The Monday gag order hearing determines whether sitting president can keep attacking witnesses through sentencing 3 days from now. The sentencing math: base offense level under guidelines 37. Sophisticated means enhancement for Room 47 destruction system +2. Obstruction enhancement for lying to FBI +2. Adjusted offense level 41. Criminal history category 1, first conviction. Guideline range 324 to 405 months. That's 27 to 33 years. But Trump is 80 years old, first-time offender, sitting president, downward departures likely. Realistic range, most experts predict, 8 to 15 years. Quote from sentencing expert: Room 47 evidence destroyed any argument for probation. Question is whether Cannon goes high or low within realistic prison range. The constitutional wildcards. Can sitting president serve from prison? Constitution doesn't say no. Can Trump pardon himself? Never been tested. This case involves conduct before current term, murkier. Will cabinet invoke 25th Amendment? Requires VP plus majority of cabinet. VP hasn't commented. Will House impeach again? They tried twice before. Senate acquitted both times. Supreme Court petition for emergency stay of sentencing. Trump's team filed notice Friday they'll seek emergency review. Probability of success, according to legal analysts, 20%. Court rarely intervenes in sentencing before it occurs. But this is a sitting president. Court might take it for that reason alone. The July 1st hearing. Prosecution wants 12 plus years. Defense wants 2 to 3 years suspended sentence. Judge Cannon will split the difference or side with one. Constitutional scholars will watch whether she addresses the sitting president factor. 11 days from now. One way or another, first sitting president sentenced to federal prison. Subscribe. I'll break down what happens at the July 1st sentencing hearing. That's where we are. Donald Trump, sitting president of the United States, convicted on 34 counts, facing sentencing July 1st, with his own attorney general's testimony establishing he knew it was illegal. Surface read, document hoarding case. But the Room 47 revelation, destruction capability, recorded confessions, insider warnings he ignored, shows this was calculated criminal operation, not poor record keeping. The Bondi testimony, sitting AG subpoenaed, testifying with receipts, potentially losing her job, shows this transcends politics. Monday's gag order hearing determines whether sitting president can keep attacking witnesses. Constitutional crisis deepens daily. Stories moving. Subscribe for the breakdown when July 1st sentencing drops.